Hey guys, this is Greg Beast here. Today's Beast Lab, I know it's been a while, but I'm going to be breaking down the new String King Mark IIF Stiff. This head looks exactly like the original 2F, but right out of the box, it feels a little bit stiffer. If you haven't seen my original 2F review, go to the Beast Lab videos in this playlist and just take a look at both the pre and post versions of that review. It's a two-part review, the performance review and the spec review. The reason I'm not doing a spec review specifically for this head is because it looks and feels exactly like the original. The only difference is it's a slightly different plastic, and out of the box you can tell it's definitely got a stiffer feel to it. So what I'm going to be doing is taking this to get reps with my athletes. I'm going to take reps myself. I'm also going to let my athletes take a shot at it for an hour and a half in our draw day, and then I want to get some feedback from everybody. So stay tuned, and then we'll give you the full review right after I get this baby beat in. Hey guys, Greg Beast here on a confusing January day. It's in the 40s, it's windy, it's sunny, I'm not sure what to wear. So I wanted to give you guys the String King Mark IIF Stiff review. I've gotten some one-on-one time with it. I have taken a lot of reps with it. You wouldn't be able to tell by the shape, which is what we're gonna go by. We're gonna go over a little bit later. But I have gotten my hands on it as well as my athletes at my draw days and my sessions when we're taking live. So basically, like we talked about at the very beginning of the video, the shape and the feel of this head is identical to the original. It's just a slightly different type of plastic they used. And if you're a little bit worried about a stiffer head, if you really like the bendability of the first one, here's what I'm gonna say. I think it was very smart on String King's standpoint. Instead of going from a 2F to a 2F2 and trashing the original and going with this one, they would have left behind some guys that were really worried about using a quote-unquote stiffer head. I think it's really smart because now they're going to be able to have both markets. So for instance, after getting hands-on time with this, some guys were saying that they like the original a lot better, and some guys were saying they like the new version a lot better. And we kind of got that dual 1, dual 2 situation that STX had. The only problem is, well, not a problem, but the move for STX was to go into a dual 2 and stop making the dual 1 from what we understand. So guys who like the flimsier head are kind of left behind. So that's not the case here. String King's Mark IIF Stiff is definitely an improvement on all accounts across the board, in my opinion. It maintains its shape even better. It's stronger on 50-50s. And to be honest, even though it is slightly stiffer on the 50-50, it's not noticeable enough where you would be turned off by it if you're an original Mark IIF guy. So the flex point is all the same. The retention is all the same. It maintains its shape. We've taken a few hundred face-offs with this thing, and you wouldn't be able to tell. Maintains its shape exactly like the other one, okay, the original. Does a very good job. Stays wide, and the exit, once you get used to it, is pretty clean. So when it comes to 50-50s on the grind, the original 2F right here would basically fold back. This actually pushes other heads back a little bit. So it's definitely got more integrity on the top sidewall when you're battling on a 50-50. And then as far as doing a crank back, okay, cutting it back, doing any of that stuff, it maintains its shape really well. In fact, I would say that I liked it a lot more when I was taking live reps. I liked it a lot more than the original. And it felt a little bit more at home for me. In fact, I would say that if I was in a game and my starter stick, my Weapon X broke, I would rather probably go to this than 90% of the other heads on the market if I had a choice in my bag. So this is a head that I think guys who are used to an oblique angle, if you're used to an original dual, or if you're struggling about whether you want to continue to use a dual 2, give this head a try, because the dual 2, like we said, once it gets kinked, it kind of stays that way. Not a problem for this head. Now, we've talked about the same issue with the original 2F, is that because it does kind of snap back into shape real quick, you have to get used to it on your exits. So you have to make sure that you're clean here so that it doesn't fling away on you. Now, that's something that I think anybody can get used to. I don't think that's an issue or a reason not to buy the head. So what I would say is, if you've used the original Mark IIF,
give this head a try if you've had issues with the original 2F either cracking on you, or if you felt like on 50/50s it didn't have the right integrity, because this will definitely make a difference. You'll feel it. If you have no issues with your original one, then I don't think it's worth trying this out. I think you're set, because you probably like a little bit more pliable head. But the cool thing, like I said about String King, is they're making both of them, so you don't have to worry. In the summer, I think this will make a difference. I know that we went against some guys who actually had their hands on the prototype for this head in the PLL this summer, and you actually noticed it on the 50/50s. You could tell. So if your issue is the head peeling back, then take one of these and give it a try if you like all the flex points, because it's going to be the exact same head, just a little bit stiffer. Okay, so that's my feedback on this. I'm going to take some shots now so you can see the bend. If you have any questions or you want to compare, just watch the video on my original String King Mark II F review. Okay, guys? Thanks a lot.